It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Paul, just talking off the air about the girls volleyball state finals this past weekend over at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Well attended, great games played. You were there. What's your reflection on the girls volleyball state finals in downtown Indianapolis and the experience that everybody got to have?
Well, I think first of all, our Gamebridge Fieldhouse has been billed as the greatest field house in the country, and I think it actually one more time lived up to that billing. And it's not just a basketball event or a concert event. I mean, this is their second event with a volleyball there, and they transitioned that facility into an incredible volleyball atmosphere. Couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. And we crowned 4 champions. We had incredible attendance. We were almost 6,500 on the day, which is a really good number. We hope to continue to grow that.
Now, it's always busy season at the IHSAA, but especially now as we're in this month of November with things transitioning from the volleyball state finals into girls and boys basketball, both getting underway soon. We'll talk about that shortly, Paul, but of course the regional round of this year's IHSAA football state tournament coming up this Friday, and that of course will lead to semi-state, and we're just a couple weeks away from crowning state champions over at Lucas Oil Stadium. You know, it's official, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. Miles McLaughlin from Knox is the state's new all-time leading rusher, passing Charlie Spiegel's mark from New Palestine. And Knox and Miles McLaughlin are going to play for a chance this Friday to get to the semi-state round. You know, we talked about this a few weeks ago too, Paul, about the Indiana athlete and how it continues to grow and make landmarks in this country. What can you say about it? Because it almost looked like at times Charlie Spiegel's record was going to stand the test of time until Miles McLaughlin came in. So what's your reaction to that happening and just the strength of the Indiana athlete continuing to show that they can break records?
Well, you love it when a community, a student, a kid that is part of a community has an opportunity to advance to the big stage, and this is the big stage. When Derrick Henry mentions you in one of his podcasts, I think you've made it, and so it's incredible. But, you know, we have kids across the board that compete at a very, very high level on the national scene. You know, Indiana is just a special place to grow up and participate in an education-based athletic system. The stories being captured. We talked a little bit today in the office about, you know, when Damon Bailey captured Indiana, and then Romeo Langford, and there's Charlie Spiegel did for his time. And this young man has got his time on the big stage and has captured the attention of the state of Indiana. It's just so special that matters here in Indiana, because it doesn't everywhere.
It's incredible. Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA, with us on the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King. Paul, as we talked about, girls basketball games are underway. The first practice for boys basketball was held just a few days ago prior to us talking on this podcast and this section of the Commissioner's Corner, and the first games will be played on November 24th. So just as you get set for the high school basketball seasons, girls and boys, anything on your mind as you're heading into, whether that's rules, regulations, or just what you're looking forward to this year?
Well, I look forward to, you know, it's that time that we need to move indoors. You know, we're certainly going to have incredible weather for the football this weekend, but the snow hit this past week, which signals it's time to go inside. And, you know, and with our swimmers and with our wrestling, boys and girls, and boys and girls basketball, it's time to enjoy those other facilities and go in where it's warm. And again, it you know, no matter what we participate in, it's one thing that just I enjoy is watching kids who are part of the fabric of a community, in most cases grow up in those communities and have an opportunity to put that uniform on and showcase their particular time, because it doesn't last forever, but it's such a formative position or formative place in kids' life that they learn so many lessons that allow them to grow and contribute back to their communities. And so for me, it's the same every time we go somewhere. It's that opportunity for kids to participate with their school uniform on.
Paul, appreciate the time as always, and we'll talk to you next week.
We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, welcome everyone here to tonight's ball game as Triton welcomes in Tippecanoe Valley. Hi, everybody. I'm Andy O'Hara. With me here tonight is absolutely Abby Veers, Kenny Barnhart on remote support, Caitlin and Caden running our cameras here for us tonight, and as always, the Hall of Famer Ryan Limiter here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSA Champions Network. Triton comes in winning their first opening game of the year here, and Tippecanoe Valley 3-1, and a team that's very physical, a lot of size. Should be a tough one tonight for either side. I think you'll see a lot of pressure defense and should see some good basketball.
Yeah, coming into this game, we talked to Ashli Faulkner last game. One thing she was talking about that you want to stand here, and it's bit by bit. This is Triton's second season game, as Valley's probably a couple more into theirs here as
3-1.
Thank you. Sorry, but what she wanted to see a little bit decline in is those turnovers, those free points. That when you come back and you have that big momentum going forward and you lose the ball. She wants to see more control throughout her team, and that's what you're really going to need against such a fast-paced team like Valley, is to really take control of the game and make it your own.
And like you said, drop those. I mean, 23-33 in that ball game against Argos, but the big thing for them defensively is they took Argos out of that fourth quarter where Argos did not score a point.
No, and that's where you look at here is Valley, they have shooters. You know that. You look throughout their stats, you see that. What Triton needs to do now is they are having such a strong defensive game. Yes, you keep working on that offensive end, but you want to see them keep on their lockdown defense. That face guarding that we see from Sierra Hawley, Lydia Hammond, all those girls.
And it's going to come with that deep bench as well. But still, Tippecanoe Valley, a very strong team. There's a lot to like about what this group can do. And, I mean, I haven't been able to watch any film or see anything on Max Preps, but this is a team last year really well coached by Rebekah Parker in her second season as head coach, and there's a lot to like. There's a lot to build on. I mean, coming out of the gate, I mean, a win against Knox the last time. They're winners of 3 straight after dropping their first game of the year. But this is a team that plays some physical style of basketball, and they're going to pressure and make you work the entirety of the floor.
Yeah, so when you're Triton here, I wouldn't say anything negative about it, but it's not our strongest play is when those teams come out that physical and that aggressive. These girls got to stay in their, not so much in their physical strength, but in their mental strength to learn it's a game. We got to keep pushing. We got to figure out our ways around this.
And one thing I really, like I said last week, you say that, but at the same time, this Triton team, you look to girls like Lydia Hammond, Miley Groves doing a great job pressuring in the full court, but it comes down to Savannah Hawley, a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds for her in that ball game. Or 13 rebounds. So nice job by her sophomore start. Double-double to start that game. But same time, this team out-rebounded Argos 35-26, 22-7 off the offensive glass. Or 22 to offensive rebounds to their 19 defensive rebounds.
Yes, and the different one thing I feel we're going to see a difference here tonight between Valley and Argos is the three-point shooting. The shooting beyond the arc that these girls, yes, it's a different kind of rebound. You're going to have to adjust to that. But I also would like to see some of our girls gain a little bit more confidence and see them unleash that. We know Janika Kemp has it in her, Miley Grove, Sierra Hawley. Just get a little more comfortable on the floor to take those big shots.
And you got players like we talked about Lydia Hammond. I mean, we'll talk about her here just for a minute. This young lady, when she steps on the floor, it's like someone lit a firecracker inside of a pop can. And this young lady, she's a bulldog. I'll tell you what, she gets out there and she just pushes everybody around.
She was one. I talked to her during volleyball season. I told her, I said, I love watching you out here digging up the balls, putting your all into this floor. I said, one of my favorite places to watch you, though, is on the basketball court. The way she just thrives in the energy and the what's the word I'm thinking of? Potential she brings to the floor for all of her girls.
Well, and for what Lydia did in that sectional game last year, I told her, I said, you know, granted, that game, Elkhart Christian had that game, but yet when she came in, she changed the game defensively. And I explained, and her and I talked, like, she realizes you don't have to score the ball to be effective. And her defense, I told her some of my favorite players of all time playing basketball are defensive players, and this young lady is about as good. When she's on, she's as good as it gets.
Yes, and one thing I love about when she steps on the floor is you feel the momentum change. You feel the chemistry adjust on the team, and that you know her teammates know that she has their back and she's going to go out there and give it her all every single time.
Triton 12 steals, 8 points off of turnovers. This was a team that, and then again, I mean, the free throw line, 7 of 18, but got to make most of those free throw line opportunities. But this is a group also 2 blocks on the defensive side, and that came from Austin Wright and Savannah Hawley.
Austin Wright, give her props in that last Argos game. She came out for her team, and she was showing out. Avery, she came home talking about that was not her greatest game and whatnot. But I told her what I was so proud of is the way Austin Wright saw that, and she stepped up immediately and did her role that she needed to execute.
Well, Avery did have that block. My bad. I looked at the wrong number when I was reading that down there. But same time, tonight where Triton has to focus in, this is where seniors like Avery, Sierra, Miley need to take over and lead because you have a younger team. You have an inexperienced team going up against a team that has several – 4 seniors and at least 5 juniors out there on this, or 4 juniors on that group, and some sophomores. There's no freshmen on that.
No.
And there's a lot of freshmen that are going to be seeing minutes here tonight for this Triton team.
Yes, and one thing you want to see here tonight is our post. These are some tall girls. Nothing against our girls. We love our girls and the height that they bring to the floor. These Valley girls have it up on them in height, and that's where you kind of want to see, yes, our posts are going to have to play strong and big, but you want to see the guards kind of take it a little bit back and take a little bit more of the offense to find those holes.
You know, and the only loss for the Vikings, 67-14 against Norwell. That was a tough, and Norwell's a very good team. But, yeah, this is still a team averaging 47 points a game, allowing 37. Triton scoring 29, allowing 22. It's going to go one of 2 ways. If Triton can hold their own on the defensive side and kind of make this game kind of play in their favor, feed off that home crowd here tonight. Well, still for Tippecanoe Valley, it's a close drive for them, so they pack the stands just as well. But same time, it's going to come down to, for me, who's more physical, who's going to win, who's going to kind of make that a gritty game to where they're going to get those points off turnovers and find a way to use it on the other side.
Yes.
And feel that momentum. This is a group that, like I said, there's a lot to like what you're going to see here tonight. About a minute 35 away before we get started. Of course, Jordan Nickus will be our P announcer. He'll have that. But, okay, Jordan's talking about selling towels. But I don't know. Apparently Jordan's selling towels. I don't know. I didn't see any IU towels. I was waving mine on Saturday. But
look, I think she's got it, that yellow one.
Okay, there we go. Okay, well, there we go. But same time, no, but Triton, I mean, you see what Ashli Faulkner's vision is, and these girls pressured Argos really well. They kept themselves in the ball game. They got down there in that third quarter and came roaring back. And I mean, like I said, in that fourth quarter, 8-point shutout, but they scored, and they outscored Argos 25-13 in that second half.
And one thing I'm really excited to see up tonight is not only the matchup of the teams, but the matchup of these coaches. Parker being very, very passionate on the floor, just like Faulkner. I'm really excited to see how these 2 coaches.
So we're about 40 seconds away. We're going to turn it over to PA announcer Jordan Nickus. And after the national anthem and starting lineups, we'll be back right here on the Triton Trojans Sports Network.
Welcome to the Trojan Trench for tonight's contest between the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings and your Triton Trojans Blue Swish. On behalf of the Triton community and the entire staff and student body of the Triton Junior Senior High School, we welcome Tippecanoe Valley as our guests at tonight's contest. We ask that all fans and players demonstrate an attitude of respect and good sportsmanship throughout today's contest. Your cooperation and positive support are greatly appreciated. Now will you please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor America in the playing of our national anthem. let's meet the starters. First for the visitors, the Tippy Valley Vikings. Number 10, Gabby Gonzalez. Number 12, Hadley Wise. And number 20, Izzy Woodruff. Number 22, Haley Stuckey. And number 24, Mulaney Costello. Vikings are coached by Rebekah Parker. And now, get on your feet. Cheer loud and proud for your Triton Trojans. Up forward, a sophomore, number 1, Savannah Holly. A guard, a senior, number 2, Sierra Holly. A forward, a junior, number 3, Chloe McKinney. A guard, a senior, number 4, Miley Groves. And a forward, a senior, number 24, Avery Beers. Varsity is coached by Ashli Faulkner. Our officials for tonight's contest are Greg Brandon, Mark Harvard, and Steven Nussbaum.
All right, so the starting lineup's out there for both sides as we get set. Good energy for these two neighboring schools. We'll see how I do talking and clicking. I did not practice. So we'll see how this goes. So Holly will greet at center court. Woodruff. Ball's up. And the Vikings will control the tip. And she'll step out of bounds. They'll turn over in their first offensive possession. So Triton takes over there. They're going to pressure in the full court. Gonzalez is going to guard the inbounder. He's going to inbound right in front of the Triton student section. Miley scanning, goes to Chloe McKinney. McKinney leaves it for Holly, tipped around and taken away there by Hadley Wise. Goes to Gonzalez here, and she's going to spot it from 3 from the wing. Off the side iron, no good. Veers Baker with the rebound. Holly now patient, across the timeline, closely guarded through the hands of McKinney. She corrals it. And a foul call, her first of the ball game. It's going to be on Tippecanoe Valley. I believe it's going to be on Haley Stuckey. And it is. So Chloe McKinney settles in. Scanning, waiting. Has Sierra Holly. That's where she goes with the basketball.
Falls on number 22, Haley Stuckey.
Picked up there by Wise. Swings it down into Veers Baker. Goes up, blocked there by Woodruff. Veers Baker's put back, no good. Tipped around. McKinney gets the rebound and throws it away. Up to Woodruff. Up, no good. Rebound, Savannah Holly.
That's where Triton's got to realize this team is going to push. You kind of got to keep up with that pace.
Holly now at the basketball. Finds her sister Savannah outside the wing. Hands it off to Miley Groves. Groves closely guarded. Hands off to Holly. She spins in the lane. Might have got away with a carry. A little bit of a high dribble. Running out of time. Throws it behind Savannah, who corrals it. Hands it back to Miley. The Trojans will reset. And that one will go out of bounds. Uh-oh. We're good. I might have missed a rebound or two, but it's okay.
No.
These are not official stats. So Gonzalez works it to the elbow, in and out to Woodruff. Gonzalez drives side of the lane, hands it back to Woodruff, guarded by Veers Baker. On top goes to Wise. Wise with the ball fake. Sierra Holly picks her up. Triton settles in on defense. Oh, good feed from Stuckey to Woodruff. That one's in. Now the Vikings going to patrol here in the full court. Holly up the floor, intercepted, and the jump ball is going to be they're going to call a foul. The jump ball. So the Trojans get a break there. They will hang on to the basketball.
Maybe.
Buzzard will check in. Now we're having a conversation.
Oh,
so they were going to call the foul. So, okay.
Going to be on Veers Baker, hers first, team first.
So after the loose ball, Vikings take over. And what you kind of thought you'd see, the physical style here, and Triton trying to defend the post and kind of take that away. Defensively, a team that's forced a lot of turnovers there in that Argos game. Gonzalez kicks it outside. Wise corrals it, drives, kicks away into the corner. Stuckey for three, or two, rather. That one off the mark, no good. Groves now at the basketball, past the timeline, she goes to work. Top of the key, rolling right. Gonzalez with some tight defense on her. Stops on the wing, feeds to Veers Baker in the paint. Wanted to kick it out, now finds McKinney. Trying still looking for their first basket. Ollie scanning, good defense there from Wise. Now to Veers Baker, working against Buzzard in the corner. Feeds it down into Savannah Holly, knocked away from behind, and the Vikings steal the basketball. Wise in transition, kicks to the corner. Stuckey will try a three this time. It's good. 5-0 run for the Vikings to start the ball game as McKinney goes back to work to Holly. Good ball movement up the floor. Gonzalez gets a piece of it, and look at him. Wise fighting for the basketball. Jump ball's the call, and the Trojans will hang on to it. And now checking in will be Betty Shepard for the Vikings on behalf of Costello. Holly crosses. Now they're going to change their defensive look for the Vikings. McKinney on the right wing, back to Holly. Ashli Faulkner talking to her team from the coach's box as McKinney works in the corner. And intercepts that one as Hadley Wise. Jump ball is the call, and the Trojans will turn it over. Triton's offense still trying to find its gears here as we near the halfway point of this quarter. Well, about 44 seconds away from that. It's near enough, right?
It's close.
Think that's close enough? He don't listen to me anyways. I'm just teasing. Stuckey on the left wing goes on top. This Buzzard will work it on over to Gonzalez. Up top there goes to Shepard. Back to Gonzalez. They're working around the perimeter. Triton going to fall into their man defense. Gonzalez top of the key. Kicks it back to Shepard. Wise will try a three from the wing. Off the mark, no good. Tipped around, and Triton controls the rebound. And a timeout for Ashli Faulkner, so she'll take her first.
It is a...
We have 30-second timeout.
Timeout Trojans, 30-second timeout.
So did it work when I pushed it over there?
No. I think it's because I moved the file location in the drive, maybe.
I didn't break it, though, is what I'm hearing. I'm just teasing. Data source. I think I'm still pulling out of that file there, though. So if you're Ashli Faulkner, what are you saying to these girls? I mean, not a great start offensively, but defensively you're kind of matching the momentum. They're cleaning the boards again really well. Same time, got to find a way to generate some offense.
Yes, you know what you're doing out there. You're working, you're getting that ball, you're playing with the physicality. It comes back down to those smart plays, those smart passes, limiting those turnovers and making the smart play.
McKinney tracks it down. Good ball movement, setting it up now to Miley Groves. Finds McKinney, but a good read there. And a foul call on the Vikings. That was a nice job there by Savannah Miller, who checked in, knocking it away from the post. But the Vikings will commit a defensive foul, and it will be on Gabby Gonzalez. That's a team's second here of the first quarter. And as Miley Groves triggers the inbound. Holly couldn't corral him, so it's a turnover for the Trojans. Right now, that turnover battle, if I'm correct, 6-1. Triton not looking good here early on, but that's just a testament to how good this Tippecanoe Valley team is on defense.
And Triton, you've got to give yourself some grace. This is only your second game of the season, and it is one of the most physical ones you are going to play in.
Gonzalez on the left wing, gets freed up for a moment. Lays it for Buzzard. Out of Wise, uses the screen to her left. Out to Shepard. Now works it on over to Miller. On top, Buzzard. Trying relaxing a little bit on defense as Gonzalez spots for three. No good. Rebound, Veers Baker. Goes to Miley Groves. Low pass to Holly. Now she's in the corner. Comes the trap. Holly relaxed off it. Tippecanoe Valley doing a nice job disguising their defense. It's McKinney now in the corner. Here comes the trap. She's in trouble. Tries to throw it off the leg of Shepard. It'll stay right here. And Triton's got to read that because they're moving so well. That's kind of looking like a zone look. At the same time, they trap quickly out of it.
And see, if you're Triton here, you're coming back in this possession, this offensive possession here. You are going out and you are running your offense. You are slowing down the play and you are looking for these looks and not trying to really take that panic out of your play.
Savannah Holly works it to Veers Baker. She goes off the dribble drive. Pull-up jumper from the baseline. Tad too strong. Off the mark. No good. Rebound there goes to the Vikings. Pass behind. Buzzard was trying to lead to Shepard underneath and a turnover. And now Haley Stuckey checks in on behalf of Hadley Wise. Trying yet to make a substitution. A team that was substituting left and right there in that first quarter of the first game of the year. Holly goes up to Miley Groves. Miley drives, stops inside the wing. Finds Sierra Holly. Triton just needs looking for that one player to lift the lid here with 2:34 to go in this first quarter. Down to Savannah Holly. Lost the dribble, kicks it back to Miley Groves. Tries to feed it through traffic, regains control. Back to Savannah Holly to Sierra, and they go back to work. Holly the dribble drive trying to go through. Up and can't connect. Holly with the offensive board. Put back is good.
Rebound and basket, Savannah Holly.
Triton lifts the lid, now down by 3. Stuckey on the right wing. Drives in the paint with the runner with the left hand off the window. Banks close. Rebound Holly. Sierra, that is. And a foul call on the Vikings. That'll be their third team foul.
Going to be on 32, Savannah Miller. Her first.
So just like that, Austin Wright, Janika Kemp check in for Avery Veers Baker and Miley Groves. Woodruff in on behalf of Delaney Buzzard. Too tall of a pass, and Janika Kemp tries to save it. Triton will turn it over. Stuckey working up the floor, gets the call from coach. Also in her second year at the helm for Tippecanoe Valley. Gonzalez kicks it out. Good movement there. Woodruff pull-up jumper in the lane's good. Off the assist. Holly now works it to Janika Kemp. Now to Sierra Holly. Inside a minute and a half to go here in the first. Vikings lead by 5. Holly gets it outside the three-point line, slings it to her sister Sierra in the lane, tries to fight through, draws the foul, and she will go to the line for 2. This might be on Woodruff.
It'll
And it
put
is.
her with her first.
Team's fourth.
Sierra Holly to the line, shooting 2.
As we said, Triton not great from the line, but still knocked down several of those. 7 of 18. Trying to think who had. Savannah Holly was 4 for 7 in that ball game. So, a team that's capable of hitting down those shots is Lydia Hammond checks in on behalf of Chloe McKinney.
Trojans, number 10, Lydia Hammond.
Close games, those free throws matter. Now Hadley Wise checks in for Gonzalez.
Number 12, Hadley Wise.
Sierra Holly's second free throw on the way, a little higher. Does not drop in. Rebound there goes to Woodruff. Turnover there by the Vikings. Sierra Holly back to the way. Final minute nearing. Ripped away. Hadley Wise, it's a jump ball. Triton will hang on to it.
Lydia Hammond coming in here, making her statement in these first couple or this first minute for her here on the floor, getting that ball knocked away and kind of changing Triton's momentum here, coming back on this offensive possession.
So that will flip the possession arrow. Janika Kemp stops. Good defense there played. Wise now. Here comes the double team with Miller. Sierra Hawley's got nowhere to go, and they're going to give a foul call to the Vikings from the far side official, Rebekah Parker, pleading her case.
That is going to be on 32, Savannah Miller, as she picks up her second.
So Triton will be shooting free throws. It was a physical play that was kind of caught up there.
Yeah.
Tough angle to see from this side, but the official there kind of right in front. Both coaches advocating here. Sierra Hawley's first free throw finds the mark. Rebekah Parker pleading her case. Not happy with the officials here thus far. But hey, got to advocate for your team.
Absolutely. Dang it.
Wise at the floor, quickly goes to Miller. Back to Wise. Leaves it for Miller. She loses the dribble, but regains control now to Stuckey. Stuckey drives in the lane. Has Wise in the corner. Now she'll drive with the runner to the side of the lane. Up and good. Here comes the pressure for Holly. Getting swarmed, leaves it for sister Savannah. Austin Wright trying to fight for it, and it'll get thrown off for her and a turnover. And now we'll have Macy Koch checking in with Gonzalez. Miller and Shepard get a break. Good thing you went down there and got names pronounced.
I know. 2 sets of twins, same last name. Spoken differently.
Okay.
I said that's a first.
Five seconds on the clock. Stuckey for three from the corner. Does not connect. Holly with the rebound, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Vikings lead 9-4. We'll take a break. Be back right after this on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Terrace, the Trojan Trench. I'm Andy O'Hara. With me here tonight, Abby Veers with me, Kenny Barnhart on remote support, Caitlin and Cade running our cameras for us tonight, and as always, the Hall of Famer Ryan Limiter here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSAA Champions Network. And I need to get you a fidget spinner.
No. You said my pen clicking doesn't bother you.
Well, it didn't until I gave you
Until
that
you gave me
one.
this. This bothers you. Dang it. Okay.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm a nail tapper, too. I
No.
sit here and I...
So Tippecanoe Valley starts with the basketball. Three-pointer from Wise. High arcing shot drops in the bucket. Fifth assist for the Vikings. Holly, but she'll kind of pull that pivot foot just a little bit.
Triton coming out here in the second quarter. It's obviously just getting started here underway, but we are really looking for Triton to find that aggressive side that we saw more so in Argos.
I like this matchup here with Hammond on Gonzalez. Hammond going to rotate in. Now they're going to go to Wise. Out to Gonzalez on the right wing. She'll drive. Backing down Hammond. Feeds in the inside there to Koch. Off the mark, no good, but tips it to Woodruff. Down into Koch. Lost the dribble in the lane. It's going to go to Woodruff. Drives the baseline, tip there, and it'll stay right here.
Getting very active here on this defensive possession.
And Veers Baker going to check in for Savannah Holly. Gonzalez goes to Stuckey. Gonzalez drives, leaves it outside, and a travel call. She'll take off early for putting it on the floor. With the fourth Viking turnover. Triton with 9 here in this first half. Hammond sets it in motion, goes to Sierra Holly. Holly up the floor. Good defense by Wise. Nice job defensively to track. Hammond gets the basketball, feeds it down in, and a travel call before she turned it over, or before she fed it, rather.
That foot got stuck just behind her defensive player.
Vikings take over. Gonzalez lets the offense take shape. Goes to Koch on the left wing. Woodruff deep 2 beyond the free throw line, in and out. Austin Wright with the rebound. Hammond tries an extra pass underneath. Goes off Woodruff, so it'll stay right here. Janika Kemp triggers the inbounds. Finds Austin Wright, the sophomore trying to fight through. Good defense there by Koch. And a foul call there on Austin Wright. Team's first. And Austin really kind of showed out, 7 points in that last ball game. Gonzalez up the floor. Wise uses the screen set by Koch. Woodruff up top of the key. That goes to Gonzalez. Thought about it. They're going to work it around the perimeter. Stuckey uses the screen to her right. Now she'll drive the lane. Sees an opening. Mark off the mark, no good. Hammond with the rebound. Kemp goes to Hammond at the free throw line, kicking out to Holly. Holly out to right. Deep 2 from the corner. Doesn't quite hit the mark. Tippecanoe Valley takes it over. On fast break, look at Lydia Hammond stopping the basketball. A whole host of substitutions here as Jillian Bulis and Miley Groves checking on behalf of Hammond and Kemp. Costello checking in with Buzzard for Woodruff and Koch. Gonzalez goes to Wise here on the right wing. Underneath Stuckey, and a foul call on the Trojans.
That is going to be on Veers Baker, her second. Team second.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. I got to remember I'm clicking more. I don't have to talk as much. This will be the first trip for the Vikings to the free throw line as Stuckey off the back iron, no good. Now Savannah Holly on behalf of Veers Baker, Shepard in for Wise. Anyways, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you beat me to it.
Oh, there we go. You got to get in the habit because the other one you got to click and move things.
Oh, yeah.
And Stuckey hits their first free throw, 50% trip on that one from the free throw line. Holly leaves a high one up high. Now it goes to Bulis on the right wing. She'll drive, tries to feed it underneath, knocked away by Stuckey. Austin Wright caught on the baseline, lays it for Holly. Now to Sierra Holly, goes to Bulis. Tall pass to Groves. She'll drive inside the three-point line with the runner up off the back iron, no good. Gets her own rebound. Groves goes up with it again. This time does not connect.
Ooh. Foul is going to be on Jillian Bulis, her first, team's third.
You were saying?
We got a north backboard camera battery to change out at halftime.
Did you hear that, Caden? Maybe he's not paying attention.
Does he have his AirPod in?
Should. Stuckey now feeds a good feed down underneath. That one cannot connect. Tippecanoe Valley wanting a foul call. Triton will turn it over. Gonzalez kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way is good, or excuse me, two-pointer on the way is good. There for Mulaney Costello off the assist. Now they're up to their largest lead to 11 in the ball game. Holly going to work. Finds Bulis in the corner. That one off the leg of Costello. Now the Vikings looking to attack in the transition. Costello again, back to Gonzalez. Has Buzzard open here on the near side. Jumper's up and good. Good ball movement again by the Vikings. 7 assists here in the ball game for them. Triton's looking for their first points here in the second quarter. Chloe McKinney back in the ball game, as is Hadley Wise. Triton's just looking who's going to be that voice. You know, a lot of frustration. You know, the pressure there. This is a very good defensive team, but you got to find a way to answer.
Yes, I'm looking for that leadership right here in this team, for this team, on who's going to really have that voice that takes them.
Buzzard uses the size mismatch underneath to get that one to drop in. Now Holly goes through. Buzzard got a piece of that one. Miley Groves tracks it down. Out to McKinney. Groves now with the basketball. Guarded by Wise. Hands it to Holly. Now to Savannah. Chloe McKinney drives the baseline. Slings it to Austin Wright. Goes up with the jumper. Off the window. Banks closed. Costello's going to dribble it out of bounds. Now Miley Groves settles in. Goes to Austin Wright. Now to Holly. Goes to Savannah. Down into Austin Wright. Goes with the runner up off the window. Banks closed. Buzzard with the rebound. Costello back to Shepard. Shepard ripping away at the basketball. Jump ball's the call. And Triton has possession arrow, so they will come away at the basketball. It's only the 5th Viking turnover here in this first half, and a timeout for Ashli Faulkner. Will take a full timeout. So far, so good in the clicking.
There you
go. Yeah, I just got a few more to map here, and it looks like it'll work.
Okay, other than I got the score. But no, you're working on that. Score you could probably pull from the scoreboard probably. But anyways, Orion, I think we're going to go down and do film for Peru tomorrow night.
Well, we're doing it for Groves, but...
Well, we're going to do team film. Well, yeah, we're going to go down tomorrow night. And, of course, Thursday night there'll be a lot of things going on. Of course, the girls will be at Plymouth. There's a lot going on here in the town of Bourbon that night, sounds like. But at the same time, busy week. Winter sports. It's not even technically winter yet, other than we did have snow. It's already moving.
No, I got all my kids asking for it to come back. I said, we can wait just a little bit more.
Not yet.
Just a little bit more.
Give it a minute or two. It'll be all right. So Buzzard, Wise, Gonzalez, Woodruff, and Costello, the 5 out there for the Vikings. Sierra and Savannah Holly with Miley Groves, Chloe McKinney, and Austin Wright, the 5 out there for Triton. So Triton does have the basketball. They got it off the jump ball. They love to work in the full court, and the Vikings going to turn up the heat. McKinney needs to get rid of it. Finds, tipped up and around, and the Vikings steal it away. Hadley Wise for 2, can't connect. Woodruff got the rebound. Now Chloe McKinney comes away with the loose ball.
Very impressive press right there by Valley.
Groves now with the basketball. Knocked away, Wise with the steal. And fouled by Sierra Holly on the way to the basket. She'll go to the line for 2.
Sierra Holly's first team's
4th of the quarter.
Yep.
Number 2, Sierra Holly. At the line, Hadley Wise.
The team 1 of 2, and that was Stuckey that went to the line earlier. Wise's first free throw finds the mark. They hit the 20-point mark. Looking to extend their lead to 17 on this free throw. That one tickles the twine there. Perfect trip. Team 3 of 4 now. Sierra Hawley corrals it. Has a free lane up the floor. So they're trying to get freed up the top of the key. Goes to Miley Groves. Knocked away by Woodruff. Good pressure in the steal there for the Vikings. Gonzalez retreats to the corner. Pushes it to Buzzard here at the top of the key. Down to Gonzalez in the short corner. I think they're going to call the foul on Triton. Looks like it might be on Austin Wright. Oh, they're going to be on
Valley.
Oh, they're going to call the foul on Buzzard.
Fouls on number 34.
That'll be her first, team's first of the quarter. Kenny now goes to Holly. Triton back to work. Austin Wright gets it across the half-court line. Final 2 minutes of the half nearing. Knocked away by Gonzalez. Miley Groves tracks it down. Gonzalez picks her up. Here comes the trap, taken away by Gonzalez. Free lane to the basket, up and in. Stealing the basket for Gabby Gonzalez. That's the 5th steal for the Vikings here in this first half.
Triton here looking to get aggressive off of this possession here.
Buzzard knocks away. And Stuckey checking in the ball game.
In for the Vikings, number
For
22,
Costello.
Haley Stuckey.
Kenny goes to Holly. Janika Kemp to check in next head ball for Triton. Now to Groves. Triton settling in, trying to find some opening on offense. Holly's going to take it to the basket. Can't draw the foul. Austin Wright's put back, no good. Rebound to Buzzard. That one, count that one.
Wise with the basket.
For Hadley Wise. It's her 9-point leading all scorers. And Holly, I think I call
On 12.
a hold on 12. As Holly fell to the floor.
It's going to be on Wise. Her first, team's second of this quarter.
So Kemp checks in on behalf of Miley Groves and Shepard in for Wise, who just picked up the foul. Clay McKinney, these are for Holly. Sierra goes to Savannah. She drives the side of the lane, goes up with it, can't get it to connect. Put back by McKinney, no good. Rebound to Buzzard again. Woodruff going to draw the foul on the way to the basket.
Foul is going to be on Chloe McKinney, Triton's 5th, so they will be at the line the rest of this 36 seconds.
Woodruff at the line, shooting 2.
So Woodruff again. Off the iron, no good. Now Lydia Hammond checks in.
Number 10, Lydia Hammond.
Chloe McKinney. Trying just needing to find someone to be that answer. Offensively, doing some nice things on defense, but still got to find a way to generate that offense as Woodruff good on the second. Team now 4 of 6. Up to Janika Kemp, 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Right, down into Hammond, baseline jumper on the way, short of the mark, does not get there. Suki might have blocked that one.
Gonzalez slow to bring it up the floor here.
A hold for the last shot. I don't have Kenny here. Who's going to do it?
Time to go.
Yeah, you know, it's about that time again. It's time to go. Gonzalez goes to Shepard inside the elbow in the paint. Gives it back to Gonzalez. 3 seconds. Deep three on the way. Can't connect, and that one goes out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first half. Vikings lead 26-4.
I got one more thing on the stats to figure out. We'll do it when we come back.
All right, so we'll take a break. Be back after halftime right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's one-car, two-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the two-car garage/rehearsal space insurance. Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working on his shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance.
We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance.
And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
All right, second half about to get underway. We'll get our first half stats here. Team stats there, as you see the score, 26-4. The Vikings 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 for the Trojans, 8 of 16 inside the arc. The Tritons 1 made field goal of the ball game and 1 of 15. 2 of 6 beyond the arc, and for turnovers, that didn't map correctly. But for turnovers, I've got It's weird. It said 3-1. I don't know what that is. But either way, Tippecanoe Valley with 6 turnovers to Triton's 19. That didn't update. Everything else is good. But for team stats, Hadley Wise leading the way, 9 points. 5 for Woodruff, 4 apiece for Stuckey and Buzzard, and then 2 apiece for Gonzalez and Costello. The only person in foul trouble there is Miller with 2. Holly and Holly both with only 2 baskets, 2 points, 4 points made here in this first half. And now along the line, Sierra Holly, Chloe McKinney, Bulis and Wright all with a single foul, and Veers Baker with 2 as we get ready for this second half. Hi, everybody. Andy O'Hara with me here tonight. Got absolutely Abby Veers. Kenny's on remote support. We got Caitlin and Caden, and as always, the Hall of Famer Ryan Limmer here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network, broadcasting live on YouTube and the IHSA Champions Network. I think if you're Triton coming out here, yes, you are down the scoreboard by 22 points. Oop, maybe this is what happened. My phone must have disconnected from Wi-Fi. That's probably why I did an update. But anyways, I think if you're Triton coming out here, you need to ignore the scoreboard. Try to run your offense. You're going to run into a gauntlet here. You've got Tippecanoe Valley, Plymouth, and Wawasee in 3 games this week. So how do you respond? You know, we saw the pressure. You can't hang your head. Who's going to be that voice to uplift this group? And I think Sierra Holly is that person that can do that. She's getting swarmed. She's going to have to get some help on there out there when she gets swarmed by the Vikings.
Yes, and like you said, you're going on a long week here with a bunch of physical teams. This is one of the most physical teams you are going to meet this season. You see what happened in that first quarter or that first half of this game. That's over. That's the mindset you have to have is you keep pushing and you move on. You do better, you play smarter, and it's fixing what you can fix. It's not dwelling on the mistakes that you made.
And if you're the Trojans, you won there on the off the glass, 17 rebounds to 10 when I went and double-checked with stats. But at the same time, Tippecanoe Valley stealing the basketball, forcing those turnovers, but they're converting them on the other side here. Their largest lead right now standing at 22.
Yes, and Triton here, what I want to see, granted, we're taking shots. We're just waiting for them to fall. I want to see them continue that. I do not want them to dial back. I want to see the offense execute it and the smart shots being taken.
So the Vikings start with the basketball as Wise top the key, goes to Costello by herself. She'll feed it down into to Woodruff. Gets pressured there. Triton going to change up there a little bit of a look on defense. Going to fall into more of a zone look. Try to see if they can slow down this Tippecanoe Valley offense. Wise down into Woodruff. On the right block, she kicks it out to Wise with the up fake. She drives, pull-up jumper inside the lane. Up, no good. Gonzalez with the rebound. That jumper by Woodruff off the mark, no good. Gonzalez, oh, bless it. Sierra to Savannah on that interchange as Savannah Holly trying to back down, banks open.
Just like that, Savannah Holly coming out aggressive.
Gonzalez works it to Wise, works away from the screen. Now back to Costello, tries a 3. Off the back iron, rebound Sierra Holly. Groves lost the basketball, turnover there as Gonzalez back to the way, 2-on-2 fast break, feeds it to Wise, good time pass there. The assist belongs to Gonzalez.
Wise with the basket.
And Wise now in double digits with 11 points here in this ball game. Holly stops outside the three-point line, feeds it to Savannah Holly. We got a foul call. Might be on the Vikings. And it is. It's going to be on Wise. It's her second, team's first of the quarter. We kind of saw a flip in that first quarter. You know, Vikings had 5 team fouls to 1 of Triton. And then in that second quarter, 5 team fouls for the Trojans, 2 for the Vikings as Veers Baker controls the inbound. Holly outside. Goes back to Groves. Feeds it to Savannah. Tries to feed to Veers Baker. The hot pass turns it over. Down to Wise, and she somehow caresses. She throws away, but there's Gonzalez to clean it up in the backcourt. And Parker trying to call a timeout. She will get it. That will be her first timeout. And it looks like it'll be a 30-second timeout.
What should that turnover count been? I'm trying to find the.
Hang on a second here. It should be 6. So it should be in. Are you trying to find the cell? Sorry, I got that turned off because I can see the hole here. What do you have for our turnovers?
There's 6 and 21. Is that what that?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I need to map it to column 5.
Yep, there you go. Look at you. Juju's now with us.
He woke up very confused. I
It's
could
okay.
hear him over the headset.
Buddy, I'm confused every time I wake up most of the time, too, so I don't blame you there. So Wise, after the timeout. Tippecanoe Valley, that was their first use timeout of the ball game. Gonzalez goes to Woodruff and trying to rip away, forcing the jump ball, and Triton will take over, forcing the turnover. Possession arrow will flip to the Vikings now. And Hawley back the other way. Gonna go through with a 1-3-1 defense for the Vikings now. Gonzalez with the steal. Up to Wise. Doesn't even have a chance to take a dribble, but still gets the shot up anyways. Trying with the rebound. And that foul is going to be called on Woodruff. That's her second, team's second of the quarter. Now Janika Kemp checks in on behalf of Sierra Hawley. And Shepard going to check in. Someone's got to come off the floor. Oh, never mind. Forget what I said. I forgot. I thought someone was down the floor. My bad. So Groves directing the offense. Goes to Kemp. Kemp tries to skip a good hands by Wise, and that forces the steal there. Gonzalez down the floor. Costello up and in. Off the assist to Gonzalez. That's Costello's fourth point. Vikings steal it away. Janika Kemp says, I don't think so, and knocks it away.
I had collateral damage there.
Ashli Faulkner trying to focus the group in as Blanco will check in for Kemp. And Miller will check in as Wise gets that one off the inbound. Makes that one connect. Groves scanning, goes to Blanco. Chloe McKinney, here comes the trap in the corner, tries to work out of trouble, and they're going to get a foul call on the Vikings.
Foul is going to be on Betty Shepard, her first.
Team's third. Groves triggers the inbound. Goes to Blanco. Blanco showed us some range. Miley Groves attempts the three. Count that one for Miley Groves. Off the assist to Blanco.
Hopefully that one right there was the one to wake them all up.
Miley Groves had some good shot attempts. Just couldn't get him to commit in that Argos game. And she's on as lethal as they get from beyond the arc. Gonzalez uses the screen set by Buzzard. Now she'll drive inside the lane, sees a seam. Up off the back iron, no good. Veers Baker with the rebound. Up to Blanco. Down into Chloe McKinney. Feeds Veers Baker. Banks open off the assist from Chloe McKinney.
And some ball movement here finally within these girls.
Out to Wise. Now to Miller. Goes to Buzzard. Threads the needle down to Shepard on the right block. Underneath the basket she goes with a tripping foul. I think Holly might have got her hip out there kind of out of the way. Or in the way. And that'll be her first personal, team's first of the quarter.
Fouls on number 1, Savannah Hawley.
Janika Kemp will check in. As will Austin Wright on behalf of Chloe McKinney and Veers Baker. And Koch will check in for Gonzalez. Goes to Buzzard. Buzzard has a size mismatch. Can't get it to connect. Shepard gets the rebound. She's going to get swarmed in the lane. Kicks it out to Buzzard again for two. Can't connect. Shepard another rebound.
Checking in for the Trojans, number 2, Sierra Hawley.
A lot going on there.
Parker down there pleading her case on that last play.
Both coaches advocating these officials here this evening. Kemp now. Down into Austin Wright. Nice job by Koch to knock it away, and the Vikings will come away with the basketball. And Austin Wright shaken up on the play as they two get caught up underneath the basket. Oh, it should be Tippecanoe Valley. They got the possession arrow. The officials finally catch it. Now Wise back the other way off the Triton turnover. Buzzer on the right wing. She drives. Stops from the elbow. Kicks out to Wise. Spots for three. Too strong. Savannah Hawley with the rebound. She gets swarmed immediately, and Blanco's got the basketball. Right, goes to Hawley. Up to Janika Kemp. She spots straight away. Count that one for Kemp. Now Triton's offense starting to wake up a little bit. 3 baskets made off 3 assists, and the Trojans on an 8-6 run here. Miller up off the window, no good. Rebound to Kemp.
Fouls on number 12, Hadley Wise.
Foul is going to be on Wise.
The Vikings, number 10, Gabby Gonzalez.
Her third, team's 4th of this quarter.
So Gonzalez is checking. We talked about it there in the quick break there, and then a timeout. One team has had 5 or more fouls, and the one team has only been down to kind of no more than 2. Right. Throws it away. Back of the Lady Vikings. Up to Miller. One hops. Banks close. Gets her own rebound. Gets swarmed, and now a foul call underneath. Foul's going to be on Blanco.
Ooh, I wrote that wrong.
Fouls on number Beatrice Blanco.
Now Jillian Bill's going to check in. Lindsay Shively talking to her guard Janika Kemp as Miller connects on the first there. Team shooting 5 of 7. Beatrice comes off the floor. Now Miller settles in. High arcing shot does not catch the rim. So Triton will take over. Now the Vikings going to take away the pressure. Where Gonzalez will meet Sierra Hawley at center court. Janika Kemp tries to thread the needle to Savannah Hawley, and back to Sierra to Kemp. Kemp leads it to Savannah Hawley, gets swarmed there, tipped by Gonzalez. Hawley's going to track it down, but Gonzalez going to stay with her. Kemp off the threaded pass. Count that one for Kemp from Sierra Hawley. Triton showing some life. Down by 16, but the offense doing some nice things in here. 13-7 scoring in this quarter as Gonzalez goes up. Can't draw the foul. Koch gets the rebound. Second one's no good. Hawley with the basketball, screened by Savannah. Kemp quickly fires to Austin Wright. Now Savannah Hawley on the low block. Ripping away from trouble. Has Austin Wright thought about it. Kemp takes it away. Skips it on over to Bulis on the right wing. Savannah Hawley trying to get some position on Koch underneath. Back to Kemp, but she'll take off before she puts the ball on the floor, and Triton turns it over. Now Woodruff and Wise back in the ball game for Shepard and Koch.
The Vikings, number 12, Hadley Wise, and number 20, Izzy Woodruff.
Fears Baker will check in next dead ball. Got there late in the substitution. By design, I'm sure. Wise on the right wing. Goes to Woodruff, top of the key. Parker pleading her case. Miller. Goes to Woodruff. Intercepted by Jillian Bulis. The Vikings take it right back over. They get rid of the basketball. And a full timeout for the Vikings. Did you mute me? We won't let Abby run the soundboard.
You've been muted this whole time?
Have I been muted this whole time?
I don't.
Oh, recently. Well, you didn't get to, you were down in Bloomington for the big showing on Saturday afternoon. Jackson A's first ball game was fun to watch. defensively, Dad may or may not have been talking just a little bit. He did a good job. He had fun. He did a good job. Their team may not put up points, but it was fun to watch some of these Triton kids do some work this weekend.
That was playing other Triton.
Yeah, it's playing other first and second graders. They're in that league there. So, but then the funny thing was we got to give Jackson a little bit of a shout out here because we get home, we finished watching the IU football game, priorities, and then we turn around and he goes, "Dad, I think I need to do some more work on offense." I said, I kind of looked at him twice. We rolled the trash cans out, kicked it old school, used the trash cans as defenders. However, the defenders didn't move, but he's only 6. He can pretend. So Jackson did good. There's his shout out. Whole team did good. Gonzalez receives the inbound out of the timeout inside 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Out to Wise. Back to Gonzalez. Spots for a right wing three. Off the iron, no good. Buzzard tips it to Miller for the rebound. Gonzalez fighting through. Fight for the jump ball. Triton will get it. So Kemp now goes to Bulis. Up to Austin Wright. Good up the floor movement for the Trojans. Sierra Holly goes up and draws a foul. Down the baseline official makes the call. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Vikings.
Fouls on number 20, Izzy Woodruff. Sierra
Woodruff
line shooting 2.
called for the foul, team's 5th. That would be Woodruff's 3rd foul. Holly off on the 1st. Sierra Holly's 2nd free throw finds the mark. Triton 3 of 6 from the line. 16 seconds and counting. Gonzalez up the floor. Past the half-court line. Goes to Wise. Wise loses the defender. Feeds it to Miller. Sierra Holly forcing the jump ball. It'll stay with the Vikings. Possession error will flip with 6.6 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Triton outscoring the Vikings 14-7 this quarter, but that second quarter continuing to haunt them. Wise goes up off the iron, no good. Janika Kemp with the rebound. Bulis at the buzzer. Well, that's one way. And Triton will Tippecanoe Valley will take a 15-point lead into the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. Be back right after this on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance.
We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance.
And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
All right, fourth quarter about to get underway here as Tippecanoe Valley leads 33-18 as we flip over. If any trend here, Triton should have 5 team fouls in this fourth quarter. As Tippecanoe Valley in the first and the third quarter had 5 team fouls. Triton with 2, in the second quarter had 5 team fouls. Man, get this right. But the Vikings 25 points off of turnovers here tonight. Triton currently right now on a 4-1 run. Use the screen from Holly. Sierra drives the lane, ripped away. Nice play by Gonzalez. Bulis' shot no good. Buzzard with the rebound. Jump ball is the call, and the Vikings take over.
Did we have difficulty scoring in the third quarter last year?
Yes.
So I'm just the opposite.
Well, you got it. It's just how.
I'm just curious.
Oh, I hear you. I had to think about So Buzzard now in the right wing, going to work. Finds Wise in the top of the key, back to Buzzard. Buzzard, Stuckey, good ball movement, goes with the runner in the lane, short of the mark. Fears Baker with the rebound. Holly, top of the key, leaves it for Kemp. Now to Bulis. Bulis drives with the runner from the baseline, gets the friendly roll. And Jillian Bulis gets her first points of the night. My goodness, I am all sorts of tongue-tied tonight. Gonzalez from the baseline, no good. Rebound, Savannah Holly, another one for her. Sierra Holly now uses the screen, goes to Bulis in the corner. Out of Veers Baker, she drives. Shepard to pick her up on the left block. Out of Kemp, a little too hot of a pass from Bulis. She corrals it, uses that screen to the right side. Spots for a deep two, doesn't quite connect. Tries on a touch as they step out of bounds. The Vikings take over. Tippecanoe Valley playing well, like turning those turnovers into points. 25 points coming off of turnovers tonight. Triton comes away with the steal. Three-pointer for Kemp, banks it in. Here's Baker with the steal. Walks a tightrope, goes to Lydia Hammond. Triton showing life now, the lead down to 10. Kemp to cut it again for three. Can't get that one to drop in. Rebound fought for with Veers Baker and Buzzard. Triton will hang on to it. Janika Kemp leading Triton in scoring with 9 points, all from beyond the arc. Kemp now scanning the floor. Buzzard with a nice steal off the inbound. Stuckey leads up the floor, goes to Wise on the left side corner. Stuckey top of the key. Trying dropping back in their zone defense. Buzzard underneath, fighting against Veers Baker, kicks it out. Wise now in the left wing, puts it on the floor, dribble drive, stops on the baseline. Denied by Sierra Holly. Stuckey this time with the runner. Bank is closed, tipped around, and Triton lets it bounce out of bounds, and they take over. Oh, I may have clicked wrong here eventually. It's okay. My stats are not official. Kemp down the left side. Goes to Veers Baker and can't control it, and Triton will turn it over. There will be no post-game interview tonight. So we'll end with stats here this evening. Shepard pushes it up the floor and a timeout for Tippecanoe Valley. That'll be their third timeout. They will have one timeout remaining. Looks like they're going to use a 30-second timeout. So they'll have two remaining. Triton with 3 remaining. 2 fulls and a 30. There we go. What are you doing there?
Well, it's been a week. I made last week's game public, so I've seen how many views it's got since then.
It was a good game to call.
I don't remember what it was to start with.
No, Tippecanoe Valley breaks the timeout. Triton now on a 9-1 run, as we noted. Outscoring the Vikings 19-7 thus far here in the second half. Tippecanoe Valley, like I said, doing a great job off those turnovers. However, Triton's trying to find some things here. Some calls not quite going their way, but they're trying to get their offense back in gear. Triton back on the defensive side. Things looking better in the second half as Janika Kemp called for the foul. Our first foul of the fourth quarter for either side.
Her first of the game.
Well, if it goes like I used to do those little bubble tests in high school, you go make a design. I didn't do that all the time. Buzzard goes up and draws the foul, goes the line for 2.
Foul is going to be be on Veers Baker, her third, team second.
Buzzard now to the line, team 5 of 3. This is her first trip. 5 of 8. She connects on the first one. Tippecanoe Valley, 67% from the line. One missing 3 free throws. Most of those were on 50-50 trips. Made 1 of 2. Buzzard one more on the way. Finds the bottom of the net. Lead back to 12. Holly now up the floor. Uses the screen. Goes to Savannah inside the free throw line. Out to Lydia Hammond. She drives. Feeds it to Avery Veers Baker. Count that one. Her second basket and the assist to Lydia Hammond. Now Triton showing pressure. Wise speeding up the defense. Stuckey skips it to Buzzard. Now to Shepard underneath. Reverse land. What a pretty move by Shepard. Her first points comes on an outstanding move under the basket. Triton back the other way. Veers Baker goes to Holly. Tries to step through, and we're going to get our foul call on the Vikings.
On the floor.
That's going to be on Wise. That's her 4th foul. Sorry, I beat you to it.
No, you're good.
You had to go be a parent for a few minutes.
No, I was like, I'm getting myself back focused in.
So Gonzalez back in the ball game for Wise with those 4 fouls. I think that's a wise move for Tippecanoe Valley. Try to use Wise here because Triton's hanging around. See, it's a wise move.
They're not going down without a fight, that's for sure. And that's what you love to see from these girls.
And Gonzalez gets it back the other way. 3-on-1 fast break, spins underneath the basket. Put back by Miller. Bank is close. Gets her own rebound again. This time it finds the mark. Lord, that's a lot of clicking. We're good. Holly down the left wing. She drives. And a foul call on the Vikings. Triton student section getting fired up. Talk to Vinny for a quick moment.
That was going to be on Gonzalez, her second.
Kemp now looking for the call from Coach Faulkner. A 30-second timeout as Ashli Faulkner saw trouble.
She will have 2 full.
Never mind.
Remaining.
No, never mind. Full timeout. Changed it.
Dang it.
Now we lost the south backboard, which is odd because when I went up there and checked it, it said 50%. So I didn't change it.
Maybe it's just taking a nap. You never know. Is sleep mode turned on? No, I'm just kidding.
I already ordered the bigger battery, so.
Well, there you go.
Well, technically that is the bigger battery. It just wasn't fully charged because I was supposed to get it yesterday, but Amazon it delayed till today.
Oh, don't talk to me about that one. Delayed. I got
mail. They shipped it mail.
For work, I've got one service call that I ordered parts, and the company that you get the parts from has back ordered it now twice.
Ooh.
I told that lady today. She was very kind, but boy, tell us close to the holidays when things start getting back ordered more and more. It seems like.
I know Mom got one of her presents early because I ordered it so early because I was scared it was not going to come in because it kept saying like this day, and I was tracking and it was in stock, out of stock, and I finally just pulled the trigger and it came in.
Michelle only gets one gift a year. What do we do? She gets one gift. I don't ask for anything. She does enough. Her gift is letting me do this, so it makes it work.
Mom finally got. She's one that's always cold. She got herself a heated vest.
Okay, there you go.
Got them rechargeable warmers, too.
There you go. Holly drives the baseline off the inbound. Gonzalez pressuring the basketball. Jump ball's the call, and the Vikings take over. Gonzalez up to Shepard. Shepard, tipped by Veers Baker, goes out of bounds. Gonzalez past the half-court line. Buzzard back to Stuckey. Lydia Hammond pressuring the basketball. Miller now swings it to Buzzard inside the left wing. Up to Shepard. Now to Miller. Buzzard gets a seam on the side of the lane, goes up with that one, can't connect, gets her own rebound, and is fouled on the putback.
Foul is on Sierra Hawley. She picks up her second.
On the ball game, this is the first time the fouls have been fairly even in this quarter and a quarter.
It's like foul for foul rather than a run on one side or the other.
Buzzard doing a nice job from the free throw line on her last 3 attempts. Tippecanoe Valley on a 5-2 run came roaring back to get a stronghold on that lead. Buzzard off on the second one. Gonzalez with the rebound. Down to Miller, and she draws the foul.
Back-to-back fouls here for Triton as Miley Groves, I believe, picks up her second.
What?
Nope. It's her first. I read it wrong. I'm sorry. I should have looked at my paper, not the board.
A high-arcing shot tickles the twine there for Miller. Second free throw, off the mark. Rebound won by Triton. Gonzalez doing a nice job again defensively. She has been a force all night. Tips, but Hawley tracks it down side the lane, goes up. Bank is open, gets the friendly roll as well. That's her 6th point. And a foul call on the Trojans.
Foul is going to be on Sierra Hawley, her 3rd, team's 5th.
So I told you.
The bubbles.
Bubbles. Both. No, fouls. So Tippecanoe Valley had 5 fouls. Triton had 5 fouls in the second quarter. 5 from the third for Valley and 5 for us in the fourth. Well, I guess if you want to call that consistent. It's not a good consistent, if we're being clear. But either way, Gonzalez good on the first there. Second one on the way, tickles the twine. Tippecanoe Valley, 11 of 16 from the free throw line. That pass too tall for Miley Groves, and Triton turns it over. Gonzalez goes to work, dribbles behind the back, lost it, regains control. Hawley picks her up, inside 3 minutes to go. Miller on the right wing. Kim trying to knock it away. Wise now top the key, goes to Buzzard. Shepard. Now goes to Buzzard. Buzzard with the basketball. Now and over to Shepard on the right wing. And if you're Tippecanoe Valley, you don't need to be in a hurry here. Just run your offense. Use that clock. Gonzalez underneath. Good feed to Miller and draws the foul. John Janika Kemp. At least that's where I'm thinking it's going to be.
Yep, and that will put her with her 2nd.
Now we don't have consistency. Someone got a 6th foul. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I saw a little opening. Miller now. Off the back iron, no good. And now Jillian Bulis. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was saying Jillian Bulis quick to check in for Janika as she picks up those last fouls.
Miller, high-arcing shot does not connect again. Rebound to Savannah Hawley. Groves works left, splits the defenders. And travels, had the momentum, just couldn't get stopped in time. Austin Wright checks in on behalf of Veers Baker. Miller now with the basketball, goes to Buzzard high, she corrals it. Now to Gonzalez up the floor to Miller. Tries to thread it to Shepard, intercepted by Bulis. Shepard fighting for it. It's not a turnover yet. The Vikings regain control, now it's a fight. And they're going to get a foul call, I believe, on the Trojans here. They have the possession arrow.
Foul is going to be on 21, Austin Wright. Her 2nd.
Vikings are in the bonus. Been a physical night. Buzzard's first free throw finds the mark. Gives her 8 points. Buzzard again. Tickles the twine there. Gives her 9 points on the day, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Grows from the right wing, stops, goes back to Holly. Sierra rolls left, looking for Austin Wright, goes up, banks open, another assist for Sierra Holly.
Such a smart pass, like the IQ right there, seeing that pass.
Now to Buzzard, drops it into Koch, goes up, banks open, the assist to Buzzard. Tipped by Buzzard. Either goes fighting through. Jump ball is going to be the call, and Triton will hang on to it. Miley Grove settles in. Goes to Sierra Holly. Uses the screen to her left. Out to right. Deep 2 from the corner. Off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound to Bulis. Goes up, blocked by Miller. Picked up by Holly, back to Austin Wright. Goes in the middle, can't get down to drop in, and now a foul call. Let's see if I can get all these here.
Ooh, foul is going to be on 30. Coke. That'll be her first.
Foul is called on number 30, Macy Koch.
So Austin Wright to the line. I might have missed a shot or two in there.
That was a lot. Austin had like 3.
That's what I thought.
And Jillian had 1, Savannah had 1.
Checking in for the Trojans, number 11, Beatrice Blanco.
Austin missed that free throw, and Beatrice checked in on behalf of Sierra Holly.
Look at you picking up the terminology. Right, gets the second one to commit. Trying 50% from the line tonight is the final minute of the ball game nearing. Gonzalez crosses through. Wise off the mark, gets her own rebound. Gonzalez looking against Blanca, who checked in. Now knocked out of bounds. Vikings will hang on to it. Inside 40 seconds to go. Wise on the outside, goes to Koch. Back to Gonzalez, uses the screen to Buzzard. Looking right, finds Miller. Miller leaves it for Koch. Vikings run out here. They're going to improve to 4-1 on the year. Triton's going to fall to 1-1. And the Vikings just going to run it out. And that there is going to do it. Vikings win 47-30. So we wait for the stats to push over. I think tonight, if you're Triton, you look at what, yes, that first half was not what you wanted at all, but you think if they put some points on that trying to match some of those points, that deficit shrinks because in the second half they put up 26 points.
Yes, and Triton here alone, you see the growth here in this third quarter. We've talked about it for many times, that they took that third quarter and they made it their best tonight.
All right, our stats for tonight. We'll go with team stats first.
Is that right?
Let me look here. Not yet. I'm still hooked into the internet, right? Okay, it says I am.
You saved it or whatever you have to do, or I don't even know how
you click this button here. I think. Still has not done it yet. No, I'm still connected. It takes a little longer. Anyways, I think Ashli Faulkner, yes, you don't get the win tonight, but this kind of gauges where you're at against a team that's very good defensively. I mean, Tippecanoe Valley, a team that last year, won. I mean, in their conference, did extremely well. I mean, they were 16-12. I mean, they won all those games last year, 13 wins, improved. But at the same time, a team with a lot of promise, but Triton really kind of stepped up.
The free throws are right, so I'm thinking that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Right.
Oh, that's the one I was looking at. My bad. So free throws, the Vikings 13 of 20 from the free throw line. Triton 4 of 8. The Vikings 14 of 40 from inside the arc. Triton 7 of 26. Tippecanoe Valley's 2 of 9 from the three-point line. Triton's 4 of 5. That was Janika Kimpin, a lot of those. And 33 turnovers to 11, where the Vikings won the turnover battle tonight. Leading the way, game high with 13 points is Wise. 9 points for Buzzard. 5 points for Woodruff. 4 points for Gonzalez, Stuckey, Costello, and Miller. And 2 points apiece for Shepard and Koch. Leading the way, Janika Kemp hit 3 big threes there to lead the team with scoring and 9 points. Savannah Hawley with 6, 4 for Veers Baker, 3 points apiece for Holly, Groves, and Wright, and 2 points there for Jillian Bulis. That's going to round out the scoring for tonight. We are going to hang it up here from the terrace of the Trojan Trench. We thank you for everybody watching here tonight. And until next time, remember the Trojan way.